Which one is okay. So there is a question that I have. There's a question that I have. You guys are okay with mirroring, right? Mirroring and log shifting both. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, audible.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say that you guys are okay with mirroring and log shifting. Okay. As you guys are saying that, okay, you don't have any problem, right? So there is a small question of mine. I have to patch the servers. Okay. Let's say I have to patch up the mirrored server. How would I patch the mirrored server? What are the best practices? Hmm? Yes, you can throw random ideas, no problem. Speak up, guys. We have to start replication today. We don't have this much time to waste, right? Anyways, see, take this HDR solution seriously. This is going to help you a lot, right? And this is very important. And I was about to start this particular topic. I told you guys to take this thing very seriously, right? If you won't try to understand things, it will get more complicated for you, right? If you will try to understand things, it is understandable. There is nothing to confuse in it, right? Yes, because it might be a bit different from whatever things we have been doing till time, right? But try to work on this thing. This will be very helpful to you in the real time organization. Plus, it will actually give you the confidence of working in an organization. If something comes up, you will know that, yes, I know this, right? This will bring you a lot of appreciation by your managers. Okay. Rest is on you. Whatever you think is best, you can implement that. Okay. Anyways. So if in case we have to patch the SQL server, okay, if I have to patch my mirroring setup, okay, it is called the setup, right? So if I have to patch my mirroring setup, what will I do? I will always patch my secondary server first. Okay. I will always patch my secondary server first. This is the best practice. Okay. Then you have to go patch your primary. Is it clear? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? Why do we patch our secondary server first? Because here we are not bound as we are in the standalone servers. Do you remember? There, we have to take a big time, right? Downtime. 2 hours, 3 hours just to patch a server. How much time does the patch takes? maximum 40 to 50 minutes, 1 hour maximum, right? But what do? We have to take 2 to 3 hours of downtime. In case the patch doesn't work properly, we have to remove the patch, right? We have to take all the precautions in there. But here we know that, okay, there is a server who can take care of it, right? So what we will do is we will patch the secondary server first. Then we can fail over to the secondary server and patch the primary server. Is it clear?
Yes.
I don't know where you guys are going, literally. Okay. So what do? We will actually patch the secondary server first. Okay. Once the secondary server is patched, then we'll fail over and we will go to the first server, the primary server, which will be patched then. Okay. Before this as well, there is one more best practice. Okay. Before we even go for the secondary server to patch, right? There is one more best practice. We will go for a DR test. What is a DR test? What is a DR test? Disaster recovery test, right? How do we do that? We don't have to do a lot in this step. We will simply check if the failover is happening properly or not. Okay, if the failover is happening properly, good to go. How do we check it? We would simply do a failover test, right? Like from node one to node two, node two to node one, node one to node two, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 times we will just check that, okay, if we are trying to do a manual failover from node 1 to node 2, is it working immediately? Yes, it is working. Let's try it vice versa. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how we do the DR test. Okay. We would just simply do few failovers. Okay. And we are good to go. Once we see that, okay, the failovers are going very well. Okay. They are working smooth. No problem at all. We can start patching. Okay. Why we should do this DR test? See, if we have to go for like patching, if we go for the secondary server first, 99% there won't be any issue. I know, right? There won't be any issue. 99% I'm sure about that. But what if we simply jump into that 1%, right? So we should take care of that 1% as well. That is why we should always go for a DR test. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. So what about the time frame of patching these high availability servers? When can we patch the high availability servers? And whatever I am telling you, it is not only about mirroring. I must tell you this thing. I don't know if you guys got this point or not, but this is for all HADR solution, all high availability solution. Okay, you'll go for this only. You will always do a DR test. Okay. You will always do a DR test. You will always go for secondary server first if you have to patch. Okay. Any like if we have to patch any setup, any HA setup. Okay. And you can happily patch the servers during the weekdays as well. Why? Why can you go ahead and patch it in the weekdays? Because you hardly need 2 to 5 minutes downtime. And how is that? Because you need that 2 to 5 minutes just for the failovers, right? As you are patching the secondary server, your primary server is on there night. It is online, up and running. The application is not going down. then you do a failover. That failover will take maximum 2 to 5 hours, minutes, not hours, right? So you just need that downtime. But what do you think that the organizations follow? What do you think the organizations follow? Just to stay on the safe side, in the organizations, they will still patch the HA servers on the weekends. Okay. Not because they think that, okay, you would not be able to patch it in this time frame. People do not want to take a risk in case the patch doesn't apply properly. We will again have to remove the patch, right? And there will be a lot of things. So that is why they would simply do it on weekends. But however, we can do it on weekdays as well. It won't harm. Anyways, I just wanted to discuss this with you. Okay. So what is the topic today? What is the topic today? What are you going to talk about?
Cluster.
Cluster. I thought that we will talk about clustering, but then I thought yesterday that we will talk about replication first. Let's close replication first. We'll go one by one. Right? It's about the complexity. Right? Okay. So take it as a request, guys. Okay. I am talking to everybody, whosoever is in the class right now. Okay. Even for the people who are not here, who will later watch the recording, try to practice this thing. Okay. Try to give some time to this thing. This will be very helpful to you. And this is very important. I don't want you guys to feel miserable once you are in the organization. Right? I don't want you guys to feel confused. Okay. This might be a bit complicated, a bit, just to understand. Things to configure are very, very easy, right? But you should need to know, like you really need to know how it works, right? So try and understand things. Okay, stay focused. We'll be talking about replications today. What are replications? What do you understand by replications? What do you understand by replications? Have you ever heard about this word, a replica? What is a replica? What is a replica? This is crazy. Okay, let me go to Google for you guys. Let me see what a replica means. Can you see it? Duplicate, copy. Replica means a thing made to closely resemble another. Okay. Now is it clear? It's something which is somewhat a copy, right? So a replication, I must tell you, okay, leave the meaning. Yes. Let's talk about what is replication. Replication is also a very, very helpful HDR option, right? A very helpful HDR option. And as there is a question. There is a question. A very small question. If you guys must have focused a little bit, you would know. Can you tell me what level of high availability options are log shipping and mirroring? Sunil, Asha, Sai, Ravi. What level of high availability options are there? Lock shipping and mirroring. Where do you create this, configure this thing, man? What do you do? What do you create it first on the first thing? What is the first thing that you do while configuring this HDR solution? Sorry, lock shipping and mirroring. What is the first thing? We need a database, right? This is where you are actually creating or configuring your lock shipping and mirroring, right? You need a database. You are working on a database. This is a database level concept. Are you getting it now? Lock shipping and mirroring are the database level high availability options. Is it clear to you now? Yeah. Okay. And if we talk about replication, what do you think replication is? Replication is an object level high availability option. What do we mean about what do we mean by objects? What are the objects in SQL Server? What are the objects in SQL Server? Tables, okay. And
Jobs.
I'm sorry,
Jobs.
jobs, not jobs. Anything under the database, like schemas, tables, like under the table, like inside the table. Like mainly tables and schemas are the objects, right? So a replication, let's just imagine that you have a very big database. Okay, very big database. You have 1 lakh, over 1 lakh rows. Okay, and you have to take one specific thing from there, right? Let's say that you've got let's say you've got 1 lakh, as I said, no, 1 lakh rows in a table, right? But you have to take one specific type of rows. Let's say that the rows belong to multiple countries, right? But you need data from India only, or you need data from Germany only, or you need data from US only, right? You just want to replicate them. This is possible in replication. Okay. You can use replication just to work on a specific table, or even a column, or even a row. Okay. You can use it to copy data from rows, from columns, from table level to secondary server. Okay. Tables, store procedures, even records, single record, right? We can take care of everything by using where conditions. We have this where condition, right? Where name equals to XYZ. We can do that as well. So it is that useful. Replication is that useful. It's amazing, right? And the best part of replication is that you can even read and write data on the secondary server as well, right? If you remember yesterday when we were trying to check mirroring, right? When we were configuring mirror servers, we saw that we cannot read or write data, right? Writing data is another thing. We cannot even read data in mirror server, right? If we are working and if we have configured log shipping and we our secondary server is on standby, right? Then we can at least read the data. But again, we have to like make changes and all, right? Then we can read the data, and we can only read the data. But in replication, you can read the data, you can even write the data, right? In the secondary server, no problem at all. This is the first best thing about replication. Second best part, in case you want to configure log shipping or mirroring on another database, you have to follow all the steps all over again, right? But in mirroring, whereas in replications, once the setup is fixed, you can happily add or remove objects. One replication setup is there. Okay, you can add objects. You can add tables, you can add rows, you can add columns. Okay, you can go ahead with that. You don't have to create a replication setup again and again. Okay. Now the question comes. So once the replication has been set up, we cannot create another replication set. We can create it. This is on you, right? Let's say that I am working on certain type of replication, right? There are 4 types of replication. I'll just tell you. Okay. Yeah. So there are 4 types of replication. I'll tell you what. I'll just write it for you guys, so you know. What are the types? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. So I was telling you that there are 4 types of replications, right? First is snapshot. Second is transaction. Third is merge. Fourth is peer to peer. Okay. So there are 4 types of replications, right? First is snapshot replication. As the name suggests, it takes the snapshots and it works with that. We will talk about it. Okay. Then there is transaction replication. Obviously, it would be working somewhere around the transaction on the basis of transaction, right? Merge and peer to peer. Okay. So we have these 4 types of replications. As I was telling you, if you have a setup of a snapshot replication, you don't have to create another configure again another setup, right? With the snapshot application, you can go ahead. You can add more objects to this replication, and they will keep working properly, no problem at all, right? Then again, I'm telling you, this is not a compulsion. This is your choice. This is giving you the freedom to work on the single set of replication, right? Which we don't get in mirroring and log shipping, right? So this is what the additional feature would be in here, right? Then there is transaction replication. Guys, 99% in an organization, you would be using these 3 only, wherein mostly the interviewer will talk about transaction replication or snapshot replication. Okay. Or the difference between snapshot and transaction replication. Okay. Mostly. Okay. Peer-to-peer is not used. There are some complications, not with the setup or something. Setting up is the same. There is only one single step. We can like one particular set of steps to follow to configure this step. Same steps will be followed to configure this. Same steps will be followed to configure this replication and the 4th one as well. Okay. So configuring is almost the same. Okay, but peer-to-peer has its own complications. So generally people don't use it in any organization. Okay, so even if you guys will be practicing, just practice for these three. This is waste of time. Don't waste your time on this. Okay, just know that there is peer-to-peer. Okay. So in replication, how many servers do we have in log shipping?
2.
Two. Two or three?
3.
We always have three. In HADR solutions, we always have three servers, right? If we don't set up a third server, our primary server will act as a third server, right? Like in log shipping, we had a monitor, right? That was the third server. In our mirroring, we had a witness,
Witness.
right? Similarly, here also we have three servers. Okay, let me tell you what three servers we have here. The first one is publisher. Okay. Second is subscriber. And the third server is distributor. Okay. First is publisher, second is subscriber, third is distributor. How do they work? Now, this is the question. How do they actually work? Right? So let me close this. Let me open this. Let me go to create another. Sorry. Okay. Let me take this. So these are the three servers. Okay. Let me set up SQL server as well. Okay. Let's name it. Which one is it? This is node 1, right? What is this? Node 2. We're not taking any node in. Maybe we can use this. Again, we don't, if we don't want this. So I'm just not naming it. Maybe or may not we use another server for this. Okay. This is, who is this? The publisher. Who is this?
Subscribe.
So obviously, then who would this be? So these are three servers. Okay, publisher, subscriber, and distributor. Is it clear? Let me put database as well. So it looks better. Okay, so these are three servers. Okay, They have their SQL servers inside them. They have their databases inside the SQL server as well. Okay. How do they work together? The publisher and the subscriber and the this distributor. And if this is the third server, and we don't need a third server, this is not a compulsion. So I don't think that this distributor will also work like work that importantly. Does this distributor have a very important role? But this is also going to enact as a witness or the monitor. This will also just have an eye on these two, if they are working properly or not. Sir, ma'am, the distributor here plays a very important role. Okay. What is a publisher? Who is a publisher in real time? Just forget log shipping and all. Who is a publisher? Who is a publisher? Have you heard about magazines, newspapers? Are you guys aware of that? Newspapers in the morning, they come. Who prints data? Right. Okay. So either way, Ratan Shekhar, you're right. But let's understand this as a magazine publication or a newspaper. Let's go for newspaper. Okay. So what happens? Let's say that there is a publication, okay, which prints a newspaper. Okay. So this particular publication, this publisher must have a publication wherein he or she is printing the newspapers, right? And this publication has to sell that to the end user, right? Then only it will make the profits or whatsoever the goal is, right? The articles would reach the subscribers, then only it will fulfill the deal, right? Right.
Yes.
So what does this publisher needs? This publisher, see the newspaper, if there is a printing press, okay, for a newspaper, they will print it. They are going to gather all the news from here and there. Okay, they will prepare the articles, they will design the articles, they will know how to put the articles in the particular paper, right? They will print it. But are they going to get outside and they are going to reach out to the subscriber? Is it so? No, right? They will always have a distributor. Any retail, if we are talking about retails, okay, the manufacturer itself is not going to sell it to the end user. Am I correct? They will need a proper route, right? They will need a distributor. Like let's say that I'm just going somewhere else. You don't go anywhere else. You stay at the newspaper only, right? Let's say that there is a just give me an idea of a retail stuff. Any retail stuff. Let's talk about that Kisan Jam. Okay. So this company, this Kisan Jam company would manufacture this jam, right? They would bottle it up. They would do a very beautiful packaging, right? They would either bring it in the same kind of packaging, which was actually old and like people remember that, right? Or they would design something new. Even if they're designing something new, they would work on it so it looks like something which is very familiar to people, something which is very attractive to people. They will work on that, right? They will work on the particular jam that they are creating, right? They already have a particular recipe, but right, they won't make changes into that every day, but they will do it very properly. Like every step that they will follow with very precision, right? Whatsoever the machines are working in there, whatsoever the people manually who are working there, right? They will work like that. They will just manufacture a lot of jam. They would bottle it up. They would pack it up, right? Then are they going to give it to the end user? Okay, sir, buy this jam of mine. They are not, right? They will have certain distributors. These distributors will take that jam packets or bottles from the company, the manufacturer, okay, and then they will move it forward, right? These distributors will take all, like most of the every distributor, individual distributor would take as much stuff as it will be possible from them, right? For them, okay, and then they will move to the local vendors. From these distributors, the local vendors will get it, right? Like we must have shops near our house, right, where we go to buy things. They are not getting it directly from the company, they are getting it from the distributor, right? Then from them, who is getting? We are getting it. If we want to buy that jam bottle, we would go to the retailer. The retailer wants the jam bottle, he will go to the distributor. The distributor wants the jam bottle, where will he go? He will go to the manufacturer. Similarly, even in the newspaper, the end user who's sitting back at home, who has subscribed for that particular copies every day, right? He's not going to get it directly from the printing press, right? The printing press directly won't come to his house. Okay, sir, your newspaper for the day, take it. So the publisher will have a distributor, so to communicate to the subscriber. Okay, so if this publisher, okay, this publication has to share its published data or the article to the subscriber, it cannot reach off directly, right? It cannot reach from here to here directly, right? Some way it has to have a way to go from distributor, sorry, from publisher to distributor, then from distributor to the end user or the subscriber. Who is the subscriber? Who is called a subscriber? A subscriber who has taken some subscription, right? So this is how replication works. Okay. Then there are few agents, right? Now the publication has published this data, right? There must be somebody who would take it to the distributor, right? There are their agents who would talk to the distributor. Okay, sir, I have this particular, I am from this particular newspaper company, and we want you to take our newspapers, right? So there will be an agent, right, who will go to these people to talk to the subscriber, right? Sorry, to the distributor, right? Right. So what will this agent tell to the distributor? It will tell, sir, we have a publication. Sorry, sir, we have a publication wherein we are actually trying to put in the articles in the form or in the shape wherein it is satisfactory for the subscribers. We want you to take it and deliver it to the subscriber, right? So this is how it works, right? In real time as well. They have an agent. The agent would go to the distributor to talk to the distributor. Sir, we have this particular stuff. Do you wish to buy it from us, right? Then they will talk about the profits and whatsoever, right? In real life, what the distributor will do, he would pitch that same server to server. I'm saying the product. Okay, he will pitch the same product to the retailers, right? The retailers will keep it at their place. If it goes well with the customers, it is going good. Okay, but if it doesn't go, what does the retailer do? Okay, sir, ma'am, this is what you want. This is a like supplement for that. You can take this as well. This is a very good product, and they will sell it off. They all act as an agent. They all act as an agent, right? Similarly, in replication as well, we have 4 types of agents. Who are those 4 agents? Replication also works on agents. Okay. So number one is your snapshot agent. What will be the number two? Any guesses? Number two is distributor. Okay. Then there is sorry for ups and downs. Okay. This is not a line. Ignore it, please. Third one is log reader agent. Okay. Then there is one more. It is called the merge agent. So we have four agents. First is snapshot agent. Second is distributor agent. Third is log reader agent. And fourth is merge agent. How does these agents work here? Any idea? No idea. Okay. So let's talk about the snapshot replication. Okay, we are talking about the snapshot. Okay. First, understand that as I told you, replication is. I just kept this to so you guys understand that this is server and all. Okay, replication is what level? This thing high availability object level. So I don't think that databases would make the right choice, right? Would be the right choice. Let me remove databases. Let me bring in tables, right? Tables would be a better example, right? What do you say? Okay. Yeah. Let's take this too. Guys, please manage with these. Huh? In real time as well, my drawing has been very, very bad. This is also not supporting me. Okay. Array. What happened to this? Okay. Somewhat better. Okay. Is it adjustable? Thank you so much. So we have these objects in here. Okay. Are we good? So what do we call the data in the magazines or in the newspapers? I have been continuously telling you the same thing. I've been continuously calling the same particular word. I've been using it. Articles, right? So here we call the tables as the articles. If we are talking about replication, if somebody is telling something about replication and it tells you, he or she tells you that, okay, what about the articles in that particular replication setup? You should know they're talking about the tables or whatsoever the object is. Okay. We call tables as articles here in replication. Okay. So the publication here contains a list of or a lot of articles. Okay. Okay. For the distributor or to the distributor, sorry, or to distribute the articles, okay, the publisher will communicate with the subscriber through the distributor. Okay. It cannot communicate to the subscriber directly. The publisher has to go via distributor. Okay. Do you think that distributor role is very important in here?
Yes.
Yes, it is, because it cannot communicate directly with the subscriber, right? So we need to have a distributor here. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear? Can we move forward, or
Yes.
anybody needs me to repeat it? Asha,
Yeah, okay, Siddharth.
you're okay? Sunil, Kiran,
Yeah, fine.
Ratan Shekhar, Ravi, Sai, Sandhya,
Okay, okay, Siddharth.
we can move forward, right? Okay. So the publisher needs the distributor in order to communicate with the subscriber, which basically means without the distributor, the publisher cannot directly reach out to subscriber, right? But there must be an agent. The publisher won't go directly to the distributor, right? So what agent are we going to use in here? We will use, we're talking about snapshot, right now. Getting that. Let's assume this as the so we will have this snapshot agent. What will this snapshot agent do? What does the name suggest? What does snapshot mean, Sunil?
Copy.
Snapshot, Sunil. How do you take?
Photo. Yeah. Okay. So this snapshot agent will take a snapshot. 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. So this snapshot agent will take a snapshot of this article or the object present in the publication. Okay. And how is this agent going to transfer this data to the distributor? How do we transfer data from in a migration or mirror? Share the phone.
Okay. I'm sorry. I asked you guys some. I asked you, how do we do it? Shared folder, right? Here we don't need to create any shared folder. As I told you, replication is very, very simple. You just need to understand how it works. Once you understand it, there is no pain, right? You do not even have to struggle a lot. So here we do need a folder, but that is not something that we need to create or we need to work for it, like from our side. This folder is called the ripple data folder. Okay. What is the ripple data folder? Have you ever seen the ripple data folder? This is the ripple data. Have you ever seen the ripple data folder? No? You can find it in the instance root directory.
See, program files, SQL Server. This is the instance root directory. Go ahead. Double click. MS SQL. Can you see this REPL data? Can you see this? But this would be empty right now because we never configured replication. It won't have any data, right? Just close it. Now you know where the REPL folder is, REPL data folder is. Okay. So now understand. Now we have the publisher, we have a publication, we have the articles, we have the agent who would carry the data or the information or the articles, right? We have a path. Let's say this is the vehicle through which he would be going, the snapshot agent would be traveling, right? So now this snapshot agent will take a snapshot, and where will he keep it? He will keep it in the REPL data folder. Okay. He will keep it in the REPL data folder. Then we have another agent. Then we have another agent. Okay. Who is this agent? He's a distributor agent. I will simply put it. I'm being lazy, guys. Bear with me, huh? Okay. So now we have a distributor agent. The publisher has his publication. The publication had his this articles. They gave this article to their agent. Their agent took this information and kept it in the REPL data folder, right? The REPL data, this agent cannot directly talk to the distribution ship, right? He has to go to some agent. So here we have a distributor agent. What this distributor agent will do is, this distributor agent will copy the data from the REPL folder. Okay. This distributor agent will copy the folder from the REPL folder, REPL data. Okay. And from the distributor agent, once again, I will just set up. This is also a problem. Why is it not coming inside? I want it to just come inside. Yeah. Okay. Now can you see it? So this agent is taking a snapshot, okay, of the article and keeping it in the REPL data folder. Okay. From the REPL data folder, the distributor agent is pulling the data and it is then delivering the data to the subscriber. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Is there a confusion? Please tell me. I'll explain it properly again. I was actually setting up things as well, right? You guys might have confusion. No problem. If somebody has confusion, you can tell me, or else I will move forward. No confusion? Great. So still, I'll go just one more time. Okay. So the publication has to deliver its data or its data to the subscriber, but the publication cannot go directly to the subscriber, right? So it has to have a distributor in between, right? Then the publication has to send an agent this agent who will deliver the data, right? So this agent is going to take a snapshot of the article, okay, and put it in the REPL data folder. From this REPL data folder, the distributor agent, this distributor's agent will pull the data, okay, and it will deliver the data to the subscriber. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how it works. Can we move forward?
Yes.
Okay. So let me go back to notes. So now we know that, okay, we have how does this replication works, right? But then there are two types of subscriber as well. Okay. What are the types of subscribers? First is the push subscribers. Okay. Second one is pull. Okay. Who is a pull and who is a push subscriber? No idea. Okay, no problem. See, let me go back. This is a subscriber, right? It has taken a subscription. What is happening here? Again, the snapshot agent is taking a snapshot, keeping it in the REPL data folder. From this REPL data folder, the distributor agent is taking a backup and it is sending all the data, all the information to the subscriber, right? This is called what kind of subscription?
Push.
This is called the push, right? This is the normal subscription, right? Like if you would subscribe to a newspaper, let's say for a month, okay, the delivery guy, the newspaper delivery boy would come regularly every day. He will throw it to your place, right? You are reading that newspaper or not, that is your concern, not his problem, right? Once the subscription has been done, he knows that, okay, for these many days, I have to deliver this particular newspaper to this particular man's house, right? You are reading it, you are not reading it, you are playing with the newspaper, you are throwing it here and there, you are making paper boats, you are making paper planes. That is your concern, right? But the subscription is there. So what will happen? The cycle will go as it goes regularly, right? The publication will create the newspaper. They will prepare a newspaper. They will put the articles in it, right? The agent will take the newspaper from there. He will bring it to the distributor. The distributor will pull the data from, back up the data from REPL data, and it will deliver the newspaper to your place, to the subscriber. Okay, this is called the push data, the normal cycle, how it goes. There is one more type of subscriber. That is the pull subscriber. What does this pull subscriber do? What this subscriber will do?
Read the result.
They will have their own distributor agent. Okay. They will have their own distributor agent. The agents are not multiplying. Just remember this thing. The agents are not going to multiply. This is just for your understanding. Okay. This is snapshot agent. That is one individual agent. Then there is a distributor agent. This is also one individual agent. Okay. So there are two agents in here. But in case of pull subscriber, this distributor agent will act as at the side of subscriber agent. Okay. Don't think that subscriber will have their own agent. If they have their own agent, they can directly take it from publisher. Okay. This is just for your understanding. What this distributor agent will do in here is they will directly pull their data. They will pull their own data, selected data. Okay. This particular agent is going to pull their own data from the REPL data folder. It won't go to the distributor now. Okay. Because if it will go to the distributor will say, hey, you need to take a subscription. Sorry. I will give you a complete information. I'll give you a regular, subscription of the newspaper. Right. Now these pull subscriber are among those people who don't read newspaper often, right? Sometimes when I was in school, we used to get some task to bring in some article, or we need to get in something from the newspaper. So I used to buy it. I never bought newspaper in my life for myself. I have never been fond of reading newspapers. I don't know about you guys, right? Now we don't get time, right? Even if you want. So what we used to do is, me and my friends would go to these shops and would buy the newspaper on that particular day wherein we need it. Until unless we need it, there is some foundation on us, we won't need it, right? So who were us? We were the full subscriber. When we will need it, we will take the data. We don't need it, we don't care. Does it make sense? Does it make sense to you guys? Yeah. Okay. So the full subscribers are the ones who would only take certain information. They won't take subscription. They won't get the daily update of the entire data, right? But in the push subscription, they would get the entire update. Whenever there will be a snapshot taken, okay? Whenever the snapshot will get triggered, okay, this data will get updated. Is it clear? Can we move forward? Okay, I guess we can. Okay. Now, there is one small thing in the pull subscription. These pull subscriber who are taking direct data. Here, the performance won't come like a very good performance. You won't get a very good performance in here. Why? Because they are actually messing up with the chain, right? Here, if you see, everything is working very properly. This publisher is giving this agent the work. The agent is putting it in the box. This agent is taking this stuff from the box, right? It is bringing to its distribution. Then it is accordingly pushing the data to the subscriber, right? This is what is happening. The chain is followed up very properly, right? But here, the distributor agent puts it in the this REPL data folder. This agent, the subscriber agent, would put some particular data. It won't take the complete table, or it won't take the complete object. It will take some particular data from there, right? So it will select, it will create some mess, right? So here in pull subscription, the performance will decrease, right? You won't get very good performance. I'm not saying that you will get very bad performance. That depends on the database, right? But still, that depends on the type of data, sorry. Okay. But still, in pull subscription, you won't get that kind of performance. Okay. Now tell me, what if a record gets added, or we add, let's say that we add a new row or column to the table, okay, to the publisher, a new record is getting added. Okay. The publisher says, okay, I have a new record to add in the article. So let's go add it. Okay. Will it reflect here immediately? Yes. Any more guesses? Any more guesses? Asha, Kiran, Ratan Shekhar, Ravi, Sai, Sandhya, Tirupati. Any guesses? See, this is a snapshot agent, right? How does it work? How does it work? An agent will work when the job will be run, right? If we have a backup agent, we have set up a job, right? When will the job run? When will the backup happen? When the job will run, right? When the agent will work. So here also, the data will get updated once the snapshot is taken. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. The data will not get replicated immediately to the subscriber server. Okay. If you are adding a record in the publisher, in the snapshot agent, I'm talking about the snapshot agent particularly. Okay. The snapshot replication I'm talking about. Okay. If we are working on a snapshot replication, here the data will not replicate immediately to the subscriber server. Okay. Whenever this snapshot agent will run, then only the record will get reflected. Okay. That is why we need to schedule this snapshot agent. Okay. Every time data will get refreshed. Okay. Whenever this snapshot agent will run. Okay. And yes, there is one more thing that you need to know. In a snapshot agent, data won't get added in the subscribers list, the subscribers data. Okay. If there is a record in this particular article and this particular article doesn't have it. Okay. Whenever this agent will run, it won't simply add that particular record. It will delete this table. Okay. And create a new table, completely new table with all the records. If somebody asks you, how does it work? Do not say it gets deleted and a new data would come. What can we say? It overwrites the data every time. Okay. Is it clear? Yeah. So every time the data will get overwritten. That is why usually we schedule this snapshot agent on the weekends. They would run the snapshot agent on weekends only because there won't be anybody who would be using the server, right? Would be using the tables. So they won't lose any data. They won't, sorry, they won't get into problems, right? I'm very, very sorry. They won't get into problems. So that is why we always schedule this snapshot agent to run in the weekends. However, there might be clients who are saying that, okay, I want this data to get updated every day. Run this snapshot agent every day and run it every day. That is the client's for me, this thing need. Okay. Somebody asks you, some client would come and ask you why the data is not getting replicated immediately. So what will you do? Why is it not getting updated every hour? Schedule it like that. Okay. If this snapshot agent will take so much time, if this snapshot replication is going to take so much time, do we use it in everyday day-to-day work?
No.
we cannot use it in something which is very frequently updated, right? If a table is getting very frequently updated, we cannot use it. Yes, we can. We cannot would be not the right word. We can use it, but I don't think that this would be the best option, right? Available if there are more options. If there is no other option, then what to do? We have only this option, right? But if there are more options, we would go ahead and go select that, right? We'll talk about that later. Where do we use snapshot agent? Which organizations would use this snapshot agent? What do you think? Any organization which will have historical data, where the data won't change very frequently, right? For an example, bank records, right? Do you guys understand this thing? The bank records won't change. The historical records that the bank will have, it is not going to change. The transaction which has happened has happened. It is not going to change, right? The transaction ID whatsoever has been created, it is the same. It will remain the same forever, right? So what they will do is they will take a snapshot of that particular data, because that is not going to frequently change, right? That is actually not going to change ever, right? The hospital records, the patient would have come, right? Or there might be multiple things, right? The health agencies and all, right? There, the data doesn't get refreshed every day. New data is getting added, that is another part, right? But if we are talking about, if we are working on the historical data of that particular organization, snapshot agent works perfectly fine. Is it clear? Can we move forward? Okay. So before we do a demo, how much time do we have? We have time, sufficient time. Okay, no problem. Sorry. There are two directions actually. Okay. I will tell it to you here. Sorry, no. Okay. There are 4 types of replications, right? Under these, we have unidirectional. These are unidirectional applications, and these are bidirectional. Okay. What does unidirectional and bidirectional means? In a snapshot replication and in transaction replication, the data, if we update a data, or if we update the article here, if the table gets updated, if a record gets added in the publisher, it will get updated in the subscriber as well. In snapshot, whenever the snapshot agent will run, it will get updated, right? In transaction replication, if you want immediate update, you need to use transactional replication. Transaction replication would immediately update the subscriber side. Okay. Anyways, so this unidirectional, both of these, where is it? Sorry, not snapshot replication and transaction replication. These are unidirectional. Okay. The data can only be updated from one side. Okay. If we are updating a data in the publisher's table, it will get updated in subscriber table. Okay. But if we update data, if we update a row or if we update a column in the subscriber, it won't get affected. This publisher won't get affected. Can we update it in subscriber? Yes, we can. Okay. It will be here. The data can be stored here. If you want to add or remove, it will be here, but no changes would reflect here. Okay. Whereas in the merge replication or in the peer-to-peer replication, these two replications are bidirectional. Okay. So both sides will get affected. If you are going to update data here, this side is also going to get updated. If you are going to update the data at the subscriber's end, the publisher's data will also get affected. It will also get updated. Is it clear? Is it clear? Can we move forward? Great. So what is transactional replication? Everything is the same. The same setup is here. Nothing is changed. Nothing is changed at all. Okay. The only thing would be that there will be a transactional log reader. A log reader will be added, right? This log reader agent, this agent is going to this agent is going to be added here. Okay, this is going to back up the data every time. Okay, everything will work properly. No, this one. Sorry. Let me put this. Let me put it here. Okay. So yeah, I am putting this name here. Okay, try to manage please, because I don't have a lot of space. This is it. Okay. This log reader agent will do what? The snapshot agent will take the snapshot. It will keep it in the REPL data. The distributor agent will pull the back up the snapshot from here. It will back up the data and it will send the data to the publisher. The role of this log reader agent is added in the transactional replication. This agent does what? After this snapshot is taken, okay, if even a single row is added, there must be a log for that, right? We write it now that okay, insert data into this particular table, right? Any log whatsoever changes will happen to this table, this agent will record all the logs. Okay, it will record all the logs and will take the log. According to the log, it will update this table, the subscribers table. Okay, it will send it to the REPL data. Again, the distributor, when it will be taking the backup, it will take the log backup as well along with the snapshot, and it will push the data in. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? Can we move forward? Yeah. Okay. One last thing. In the merge replication, we have a merge agent. What does this agent do? This agent simply updates the data at both ends, at the publisher ends also and at the distributor's end. Nothing else. Okay, everything will remain the same. As I told you, all replication work in the same format. Okay, the only difference is that in transaction replication, the transactions get backed up. Okay, so it can frequently update the database. Okay, at the subscribers end. Okay, in merge agent, in merge replication, the merge agent gets added. So this particular agent can update the data at both ends. Okay, both the publisher and subscriber will have exactly the same data. Is it clear? Can we move forward to the demo? Let's move forward without wasting any time. So we have node 1 already prepared. Let me unlock this. And we have node 2 as well. Let me connect to node 2 here only. Okay. Okay. So node 2 is also connected. So let's go with, we have a table. We'll go with the existing table only. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if we have a table. We have a table. Let's see how many records. We have sufficient records. 6 records are there. Okay. Can we use this table? Okay. So we will be using this table only. Here, let's create a database. So we have a clarity where we are going. Let's name it RepelDB will be okay. Will be okay. Okay. So let's create RepelDB. Okay. So now we have a database in here. Okay. Named as RepelDB. So we will be making this as the subscriber. Okay. So let's go ahead without wasting any time. Where do we find this thing? How can we create this replication? Can you see the replication? Can you see it? Okay. So just double click on it. We have a local publisher, right? But for a publisher, we need a distributor, right? We need to have a distributor, right? Then only the publication will actually be able to send its newspaper to the subscriber, right? So let's go ahead and create the distributor first. So right click on the publication. Can you see configure distribution? Click on this. Press next. Node 1 will act as its own distributor. Okay. Do we need a separate machine for this? We don't need a, we do need a separate, like this is on us, right? Again, I will tell you the same thing. If your organization does not have any budget issues, they can go for a separate machine. Okay. But in case the organization is not very big organization, the first node, the publisher node itself can act as the distributor. Okay. So in my case, I will keep it like this as it is. Okay. Next. This is the directory. You already know, I have already showed you where this REPL data is. Okay. But if you can read this snapshot folder does not support full subscriptions. Okay. Created the subscriber. It is not a network path. It is a drive letter map to a network path to support push and pull subscription. If you want both the subscription, okay, the pull subscription especially, use a network path to refer to this folder. Okay, give it a new network path. What is a network path? Like we were giving yesterday in merge also, right? Yeah, exactly. Right. So if we need to change it, we can change it. However, I'm not going to make any changes. I'll go next. Okay, see here. It has given it a name already. It has given it a distribution name. Where will it go? It will go this particular database that it is going to create. It is saying the distribution database name is going to be created. Okay. Here the path is the same, the folder, the distribution data file path. This is the data path, data file path, as you can see it, database file. And this is the log file path. Both the path are the same. Okay. If you want, you can make changes also, obviously, as you know, right? So that you are saying that this is going to create a database. Where is this database going to be? Well, can I see it in the user database? No, sir, you can see it in the system database. This is the only time, right? This is the first and only time wherein you yourself can create a system database. Is it clear? Are we good? Can we move forward?
Yes.
Yeah, let's move forward. Let's press next. It says, will your publisher, this is your publisher, enable servers to use the distributor when they become a publisher. When this node 1 will be a publisher, do you want it, this node 1 only to work as a distribution? Yes, I do. Okay, what do I do? Next. Next. Finish. So there is no hard and fast thing to configure these things. Okay. The only thing is that you should know how it works. Okay. So the distributor has been created. Let's go ahead, sir. Let's check the system database. Can you see distribution database here? If you see it here there is no distributor, right? There is no distribution agent. Database in here. You only have the usual master model, MSDB and TempDB. Here the distribution database has been added to the system database. Can you see it? Okay. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead and create a publication as well, right? Where do we need to go? Let me close everything. Okay. Where do we need to go? we need to go to local publication only, right click, new publication. Next, what database do we want to use? Where was that data? Let me, I forgot. I guess it was in logship 2, right? Stable one, right? Logship. Okay. So I'll go ahead, right click, new publication. Next, select any database that you want to choose among your current databases, whatsoever database you'll have. I have to take it from logship 2 only, so I will keep it selected. I'll press next. Okay. Here we select what kind of replication we are going to perform, right? If you can see here, it is written publication, snapshot publication, transaction publication, peer-to-peer publication, merge publication. Yes. Now, so that you are confusing me, man. You have been telling us that we are working on replication, we are configuring replication, right? Now you are saying that we have to select a publication. What is this happening? Where in the world are we living? So, sir, ma'am, here, if you see, this is the publication. Everything is happening here. The snapshot agent is sitting here. If we have to work on the snapshot publication or replication, the same thing. If we have to perform configure a transaction replication or transaction publication, we have to work at the publisher's place. So we are working at the publisher's place, right? If I am working at somebody's place, I will be working for that company only, right? No matter whatsoever it is, right? There might be a company. Have you seen like in the old days, people used to work for some farm or something, right? But if you would ask, where do you work? They won't tell you the farm or the place's name. They will tell you that the manager's name, I work for him, or the owner's name, right? So it is like that. So I am not going to get into this thing much. Just understand that the publication and replication is the same. Okay. If somebody asks you in the interview, how many types of publications are there? Remember, they are talking about replication. Okay. So we'll be going with the snapshot publication. Next. Okay. So here you can see, you can select the tables, right? You can even select the columns. Can you see it? As I told you, you can go object level. Everything you can select by your choice. You're not bound to take the complete table. But in my case, I only have 6 records. I will take the complete table. Next. Here, I'll show you. This is the add and subtract. Right? Add, subtract, I'm saying. Add filter, right? Here again, you get this option if you want to add something selectively, or you want to put a where condition. Let's say that I have a where condition in the name, right? I have to take surnames or names which are familiar, right? So I just want to put a where condition wherein the name is not Shrinu. Shrinu is the most common name, right? Srinivasa, Shrinu, right? So I don't want that name. Apart from that particular name, I want all the names, right? So I can give a where condition where name equals to or name not equal to Shrinu or Srinivas, right? The condition will get applied. So we get an option to select columns. We get to select rows as well. How are we selecting rows? With where condition. Okay, this is how it works. So the replication is very, very crisp. You get all options. You can make any choice that you wish for, right? So however, in our condition, we don't have that much data. We won't select this. I just wanted to show it to you. So we'll press next. Create a snapshot immediately. Yes, please. Okay. Schedule the snapshot agent to run at the following times. Yes. When we are creating a snapshot agent, always remember we need to schedule it. Okay. Let's check it. Let's make a change. Okay. This is a recurring. We cannot make any changes. Is it going to happen daily, weekly, or monthly? Let's make it daily only. Okay. When does it occurs? Every single day. Okay. Every hour. Can we keep it like this? Let's keep it like this. We don't need to change it, right? So it says 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m., right? Let's press cancel because it looks fine to me. Okay. Next. Now here, snapshot agent settings. who is the security agent here? Who would be the security agent here? We will take the service account again, right? Where is the login? Security, logins. Let's take the service account as always. Copy, paste it. What is the password? Give it the password that you created in the starting. Okay. It says that, do you want this to connect to the publisher as well by impersonating the process account? What is impersonating? There is a permission as well in security to impersonate. Did you guys ever saw it? Nobody ever saw it. Nobody ever asked me. However, you don't use it, but companies like Microsoft would ask what impersonate is. So impersonation allows you to act as somebody else, right? Let's say that I have a permission to impersonate Sunil, right? Sunil is a sysadmin. What will I be eligible to do? I will be able to do anything and everything that Sunil can do. But the precursor is that who will be blamed?
Sunil.
Sunil will be blamed, right? So impersonating is a very, very risky job, right? Always remember, if I'll show you after some time. Okay. Do not give it to anybody. Impersonation. That is why I never talked about this. Okay. But I knew that it is going to come, so I would pitch it to you. Impersonation is a very, very risky this thing. Permission. Always make sure whom you are actually giving it to. Okay. He might impersonate you, right? He might drop a database. He might drop a table. He might create a lot of nonsensical stuff in the environment, right? So always be sure if you are giving permission to him for impersonate, right? Make sure you are giving it to the correct person. Okay. Without wasting any time, sir, let's press OK. This is our service account. Yes, it is. Next. Create the publication. Yes, next. What is the publication name? Let's name it as, we generally do what? Whenever you create a publication, we try to give the database name. Why do we give a database name when we are working on object level? So we know where we are actually taking things from. Okay. So I will name it as logship underscore pub, as it is a publication underscore, or pub is okay. Okay. Logship underscore pub. Is it okay? Can we go ahead and finish? Let's try to finish it. So there are three. I forgot. Our service account isn't working, right? I knew it. Go back. Next. Let me take the system admin. Let's try this. Next. I hope it works. Yeah, it is working. Okay. So if you see, there are three processes that ran, right? One, it created a publication for us. Second, it added the article that we selected. What was the article? The table, right? Table 1, right? Then it said, okay, starting the snapshot agent. So it means when I said, okay, run the snapshot agent immediately, as soon as the publication has been created, it has ran it. but we need a subscriber now. Where will we send the data? We need a place, right? We need a subscriber to send the newspaper to, right? Who is going to read the newspaper? We need a subscriber, right? So now let's go ahead. Let's close this. And we will do what? Local publication. We have this local publication, local subscription. We don't have a local. Yeah. Okay. So there is one more thing that I wanted to tell you. Here we have an option of local subscription. Can you see it? So that does it mean that we can create publication, distribution, and subscription in one single server? Is it possible? Will it make sense? Do you guys think that this will make sense? We have a distribution, we have a publication, we have a publication, we are manufacturing, or we are like printing our own newspaper, right? Then we have a distribution. We are going to distribute our own newspaper. Then we have a subscriptions as well, subscriber as well. We become our own subscriber, we read our own data. Does it make sense? Huh? But yes, sir, we can do it here. We can create our own subscription, but it won't make any sense. What if the database goes down? What if the server goes down? Where will you read the data? It doesn't make any sense, right? So we won't do it. However, we can, but we don't do it usually. Okay. So let's go to note 2. Let's refresh everything. Okay. Let me minimize this. Minimize this. Okay. So what do we need to do now? We'll go to note 2. Simply replication array. Where is it? Replication. Expand it. Subscription. We need to work on subscription, right? New subscription. Next. Note 2 is the publication. Sorry, the publisher. Who is the publisher?
Node 1.
Node 1 is the publisher, right? So we would select SQL Server publisher. Yes, Node 1 connect. So now we have it. Can you see the logship here? Publisher. You would select it. We won't have to select it. It is already selected. Next. Okay. It says run all agents at the distributor node 1. Push subscription. Yes, we'll go for the push subscription. Okay. Next. It said subscribers and subscription databases. Who is the subscriber? Node 2. Who is the subscription database? Logship 2. Yes. Do we need to change it? Yes, we need to change it. We created our own database, RepelDB, right? So we will take replication DB. Or if you want to go with the same, you can go with the same, or you can create a new database here, right? But we created a REPL database. So we will go for REPL database. Next. Now here, this is the agent for subscriber, right? What agent will it be? This is the distribution agent. This agent who will actually back up the data from here and send it to subscriber. This agent is for the subscriber. This is a distributor agent, but it works for whom? It works for distributor only, but for whom? Subscriber. If it won't work here, it won't be able to send the data to the subscriber, right? So we need to set up that. Okay, let's click here. Let's give it the same account. Okay, let's give it the password. My service account is not working, guys. I don't know what the problem is. I checked it last night, but okay, no problem. We are using an admin account. You guys can also use an admin account in your organization. They will give you a service account. Okay, the Windows team. Okay, so do we want to impersonate the same for the distributor and the subscriber? Yes, we are not going to mess around. We are not going to give different IDs and all. Okay, let's go ahead with the same thing. Okay, so we have given it connection. Okay, can we press next? Let's go ahead, press next. Distributor agent. Do we need to make any changes here? Who is the subscriber? Node 2 is the subscriber. Agent location is distributor, right? Run continuously. Yes. Next. Okay. Initialize. this will initialize for us. We don't have to go ahead. We don't have to create a database. We don't have to back up that database. We don't have to take full backup or log backup for this. We can go ahead. It will initialize for us. The best part is this. We don't have to worry about initialization. Next, create it. Yes. Next, finish. Okay. So it is done. Do we have it here already? Let me go ahead. Let me check the database. We have a REPL database. We have tables. Can you see the table in here? It already came. Do you see it? Let me check the time. Go to the properties. It was created at 8:53. What is the time right now? 8:54, which basically means before we could even configure the subscriber, right? The snapshot was taken here, right? Let me check. Why are we checking it? Here. Let me check. $37. Okay, there is something like that. But okay, we were creating it at that time. It took the sorry, it took the snapshot. It must have taken few seconds. We just took, I guess, 1 or 2 minutes to create this subscriber, right? Till that time, the data snapshot was already here. Okay, it is 55 now. 2 minutes ago, it was already here. Okay, so which basically means that it works perfectly fine, right? The only difference is that in a snapshot replication, we will have to wait for another time, right? The scheduled time for the agent, the snapshot agent to run, right? When will the snapshot agent run in our case? When will the snapshot agent run?
We update a record.
No, when will it run? I gave it 1 hour, right? Every 1 hour.
Yes,
So
yes.
the next 1 hour, if we make any changes to this table here, in this database, here, no, not here, not here, not here in logship 2. Let's say that we update this table. What if we update this table? Sorry, what am I doing? Right, it has 6 records. If I insert one more record in this particular table, what will happen? What will happen? Let me write insert. How do we insert data? Insert into table name, right?
Yes.
So I'll go for DBO table 1. I guess we have only one table. Values, right? What are the columns? One, name and fee. Okay. So let's go for 24, comma, Prasad, the name. Okay. It is a varchar. The string, I'm sorry. Okay. And fee is 15,000. Is it okay? Can we run it? Let's run it. Okay. So this has been added here. Let me just select it. Okay. So Prasad has been added, but will it show in here in this? Let me refresh this. Let's see. Is it showing here? When will it show? After the snapshot agent will run. Okay. This is how it works. Okay, so that everything is fine, but is there a way we can actually check if the replication is working properly or not? Is there something, is there a way that would actually help us to understand that, okay, everything is working properly? Yes, sir, we do have it. It is called as a replication monitor. Okay, let's click on it. Let's check what all things do we have in. Can you see it? We have node 1, the publisher. We have this publication also. We have it running in. Okay, the subscriptions. All the subscriptions will show here. Okay, who is the subscriber? Node 2 is the subscriber. Last synchronization was here at 8:57. Okay, 8:57:33. Yes, we can compare it from here. Let's see. When the table was created, 8:57 it shows, right? 8:53 and something is wrong. Where is it? Last synchronization. Okay, it must have been updated now. Now, current update, right? Agent. This is the agent that works. We don't find the agent there in this particular place here. This is not SQL Server agent. You won't find it here, right? Our agent, this replication agent, is here. Okay. Can we update the data immediately here? Can we run the agent and we can update this data? Is it possible? Can we run the agent? Huh? Can we run the agent manually? Speak up, guys. Hardly 1 or 2 minutes are left. Yes, we can. Okay. We simply have to right click and we have started. Let's start the event. And this will take. Sometimes it would stop. Yeah, it's done. Right. 100% snap. Let's go ahead. Polybase feature must be installed. No problem. Okay. I clicked it by mistake. Okay. Let me refresh this table. Let me read this table. Is Prasad added? So we can manually also, we can run the data. Okay. So this is all that I had to tell you. Okay. Let me check for warnings as well. Here you'd get all the warnings and all, right? In subscriptions, you can see the status and all, right? Subscriptions, all subscriptions are here. You can check the performance, the performing subscriptions, right? The errors and warnings can also be seen here, right? Errors and warnings will also be seen here. Okay. You can check everything in here. If you click on all, everything will be there. Okay. Let me go to actions. We have anything here. So we can reinitialize all the subscription as well. If in case there is a problem with the initialization, you know the initialization process, right? We did it in log shipping and mirroring, right? So if we face any issue in initialization, we can reinitialize all the subscriptions from here. Okay. We have a database mirroring monitor as well here. Can you see it? But for database mirroring monitor, we can go to mirroring also. We can check it from there also. We don't have to worry in there. Okay. So are we clear till this point? Is there something that can be talked about? Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Great. See, I understand there will be confusion. There must be confusion. Right? So for this, to clear this off, you will have to configure this once or twice at least. Right? Once you will do it, things will get clear. This is not that complicated. See, when we were talking about it, when we were understanding it here on the diagram, it might have been like something, array, man, so that what are you going to talk about? This is going to be very messed up. I don't think we would get it in one time. There are multiple agents. Then there is this REPL data, distributor agent, snapshot agent, log reader. Then there are 3 people who are communicating with each other, right? I don't know what newspaper and all you are talking about, right? But can you feel it the same here while configuring it? Wasn't it simple for you? Yes. So it is just that you need to put in some time. You will get it. Okay. Okay. So there is a task. The task is we need to configure a transactional replication. Okay. As I know, only Sunil is going to work on this. Let me put this off record, and I don't want this in record.